grappling technique, one of our standing submissions. The submission can be quite useful when you're standing up doing submission wrestling, but it has its limitations. We'll get into those in just a minute. But let's first break it down and see what it can do. We call it a figure 4 arm lock, and we're going to do it from standing. We're just going to start here from our standard clinch. Okay, we got our toe grab, and then underneath the elbow. And we're going to go after this front arm right here. Let's just turn this real quick so you can see what I'm talking about. So this front arm right here, that's our target. Because it's very far extended, it's going to be a lot easier for me to grab than this back arm over there, which is already in that little small T-Rex pose. It's going to be hard to get it. So I'm going to go after this arm. I'm going to do so by starting from the inside, okay, and then breaking out and around and coming over and trapping the elbow. From here, we're going to finish by connecting with this arm over here and putting my hand up on his shoulder. Now the key to getting the power here is not so much a lifting of your arm, okay, but we push with this hand as we sit back at the same time. Pushing and sitting back. We really want to try to stretch out that arm as much as possible, okay? And it's not just like a downward motion. I see a lot of people who get to this position and they're doing like sagging and they're lifting and they're not really understanding. It's more of a push-pull. A push-pull. You're pushing with your hand and you're pulling back with your body. And that's what's really doing that break. So one more time from the top. We're here. We're going to circle from the inside, out, around. Trap the elbow. Grab your arm. Connect your hand to his shoulder. From here, you're going to push with your hand. You're going to sit back. So you get a nice strong arm lock. Now, I mentioned it has some limitations. Here's one big problem is when we're striking, right? And I'm coming in here and I'm going for it, I'm very vulnerable to that hand over there, punching me in the head. Now one thing that's also true is that I'm not going to go like this. I'm going to go BAM! I'm going to sit back and I'm just going to try to yank it as hard as I can and just try to break his elbow. I'm not going to go for a tap out. I'm going to try to basically maim him. And then when I'm done with that, as he goes to the punch, I'm here. You know, I'm moving around, I'm defending myself. So it could be used as sort of a maiming surprise attack where you get in there, boom, you just try to break it and then defend yourself. But it's a really good first step for us to learn this very important technique from standing, which we're going to use on the ground. Let me show you really quickly how we can use it on the ground. So if you're laying down here, sir, on your back, and I'm in a position where your arm is trapped underneath me, look, we're in that same position here, but he can't hurt me. And boom. Now I'm using that figure 4 arm lock in a very dominant position where he can't really attack. But we're starting learning it from a more approachable stance, which is from standing. Anyway, great technique for us to learn. You know, I think you might get it once in a while when you're rolling from standing. But it's certainly going to be very effective once you get to the ground.